This program contains crazy material, including offensive language. Listening discretion is advised.
Welcome to a VO's Padded Room podcast. So put on your straitjackets and join Big Jim and Brad Storm as they probe inside the mind of a new guest each week. So strap up and let's do this.
Our guest this week on a VO's Padded Room podcast knows all about taking risks and making all of his dreams come true. He is considered an organizer, entertainer, producer, creator, and host. Our guest has amassed over 1,000 hours in television and even fought back from the brink of despair with his positive never say die attitude in regards to his health and life. It's time, once again, to strap up in the purple velvet straitjacket and step into the Insane Asylum, because JLJ Media's CEO, James Lott Jr., is locked in and mic'd up. Welcome, James, to the show.
Welcome, brother.
Yeah.
A hell of an intro.
I love it. Every time you guys do that on your show, I laugh every time. Now it's towards me. I think it's hilarious. Well, I should be padded in a padded room, probably. I'm sure.
I love the jacket.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. The purple velvet jacket. Talk about it.
No.
I had a purple velvet suit that I wore to the Emmys a couple years ago. It got me lots of attention. So thank you. I like purple velvet.
Yeah.
Spill the beans. Do tell.
So what's funny is, I do red carpets also, and I do daytime television, and the daytime Emmys, I was going to be there to be a reporter on the red carpet, and I was looking for suits, and I was like, okay, I got to stand out, because to get a lot of these interviews, it's like
feast or famine,
kill or be killed on the red carpet. When you're a person on the red carpet, I just got to get them. It's not easy. So I thought I want to stand out. So even though I'm a big, giant, 6-foot, big old black man, I thought there's some more stuff in there. So I went to a store in the Fox Hills Mall. Now, I know it's called Westfield, Culver City, whatever. It's the Fox Hills Mall to me still. And I went there, and I went to this place, and I said, what colors could I wear? They're like, you can wear any color. So I picked 2 suits, and one that was purple, and it was velvet. And I thought, I love Prince. So I was like,
me too.
Prince, you know? So when I wore it, I had so many people were like, I want to talk to you. And these big celebrities come up to me like, oh my God, that suit. Oh my goodness. And so one of the pictures that went viral was me and Kelly Pickler from American Idol. She had her own, she has her own show, obviously singer, Grammy-winning singer. Her and her husband saw me in the red carpet and go, we want a picture with you, because she was wearing a yellow dress.
Purple and yellow.
Yellow and purple together.
Nice.
So later, they found me. I mean, people say like, yeah, my people do your people, whatever. I was like, whatever. Later, her husband, I'm starting to go, there you are. We took a picture together. It went viral. Our colors, our outfit.
Yeah.
And they both were
perfect.
Kelly and her husband are really nice. So that purple suit got me interviews with CEOs and famous people. I want to tell you, the person I liked the most that whole Emmys that I was very starstruck over, People's Court. The judge, Judge Milian.
Really? That's awesome.
The People's Court.
She's beautiful. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful in person. I was like, I'm so starstruck trying to talk to you. I was completely enamored with her. I was like, you can judge me anytime.
How do you snap out of that? You got to snap out of that, though. How do you do it?
I am
What's your magic?
So you do snap out because you want the interview. You want to get you have a job to do
exactly.
I kind of force you to snap out of it. That you kind of go, okay, that's cute, LJ. You have to kind of get together. You have questions to ask. We have maybe 5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever. Because the red carpet.
Right.
You have that soundbite that's going to make you stand out. All the interviews she did, and see, I was at the end. I was with like Telemundo and like some small group at the end. They had me way at the end. So she talked to all these people.
Yeah, and you can't ask the same questions, right? You can't always, you don't want to do the same thing that the person did 10 questions ago.
Exactly. You have to anticipate. They're going to ask, they'll say, like, how's the show? And how? No. So I got to find something that's going to stand out. Yeah. And so your brain just kind of clicks back. I've been doing it for 14 years. So my brain just kind of clicks back in and goes, okay, James, go back to work mode. You can gush on her first, gush on her afterwards, but get what you need to get out of that so you can go back to the studio and make it something good.
Get some order in the court. That's what you need to do.
Good one, Brad. Good one.
Good one.
Cha-ching.
And they're not going to tell you can wear any color next time, man.
I know. So it's funny. It's one of those things that you have things to stand out sometimes. And then something it's wardrobes, it's hair, could be teeth, something tattoos. It could be something that actually you can use to your advantage to help you stand out.
Right.
Because they all make all form look the same. And in Hollywood especially, everybody's all sun-kissed and, and gym tone. And that's not me. I like food. That's not me at all. So,
what's your favorite?
See, food. I love food. I love food. That's the thing. I love all kinds of food.
What's your favorite?
I love all kinds. That's my favorite. All kinds.
All of it.
No, I like Southern cooking because I might have my family Southern. So anything fried usually works. Anything dipped in gravy usually works for me. I like
gravy.
I like fish. I like pork. I like the pig. But also like Chinese food. My mother's Puerto Rican, so I do love Puerto Rican food and Caribbean stuff. Yeah, I love all that also. I like food. I like bread. There's no favorite.
Hey, you talk about your family. Why don't we go back from that purple velvet vest that you had, and we'll go back to the origin story. You've been through a lot in your life, so why don't we just start from square one? And where did it all begin? It
began on a stormy night. No. I was born on Mother's Day, 1969, to James and Benita in Los Angeles, California, in a hospital that burned down shortly thereafter. So I might be dating. Oh, no. I'm not sure yet.
Dominoes.
That's what happened. No, seriously, the hospital, John Wesley Hospital, is no more. It burned down.
Geez.
So I was born there. That's where it started. To a family of 10,000. I have so many siblings. It's not even funny. And that's
how do you manage? How do you manage with a big family like that?
Because all I know, you just do. You know what I mean? Like it's like you ask.
That's how you learn to stand out. That's probably how you learn to stand out.
I'm one of those. I was one of those people who had a big mouth and even at a small age, and I was just like all the time. So I was kind of like I stood out anyway. I was a smart ass kid apparently. Yeah. So I just kind of was like, that's what you did. It was the 70s. Our parents were, we were latchkey kids. We all kind of took care of ourselves. It was kind of.
Did you watch Banana Splits?
Banana Splits, that's right. The Boogaloo, Banana Splits. There was the Sick and the Sea Monster.
And Hanna-Barbera was the best.
Which one?
Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, yeah. They were on drugs. They're totally on drugs. They're completely on drugs.
Yeah. You look at these cartoons nowadays, you're like, do some drugs, man.
I was like, hello, Tom and Jerry. That stuff was crazy back then.
Oh, yeah. I saw the new Tom and Jerry movie, and it was pretty good. It was entertaining for what it was.
My kids loved it.
They loved it. And stuff. I know. Some things get passed down. It's really funny how that got passed down.
It was weird. I was telling my wife, I said, why did they make a Tom and Jerry movie? It's not like my kid doesn't go, hey, I want to watch Tom and Jerry on Boomerang. No, it's like me. I'm going to go watch Tom and Jerry.
Right, exactly. Right.
That's what their target audience is on that one.
So it was one of those things where grew up in Los Angeles in the 70s. And I grew up in a very multicultural household, but my schooling wasn't that way. I was during desegregation, and I was being bussed out to the valley to all the white kids, and that was a very interesting situation. That's kind of how it started. Then I was considered gifted. I was tested. My IQ was super high. They said, "Come back to here. We're going to send you to school with all these gifted kids." And that was very interesting.
You were an X-Men.
Like the X-Men,
totally. Now, James, being integrated, that made you grow up a lot quicker than most, you would think, correct?
Oh, that's very big, Jim. That's very true. I learned behavior early on. You really, because most people grew up in their small little area with the same people and the same thing. You learn stuff, but not like here. I was thrust out into the big bad world, so to speak.
In the world, absolutely.
So you're right, you learned a lot. But I came from a multicultural family, so I had white family, and I had black family, and Latin family, and I had an Asian godmother and an Asian godmother. It's like I grew up with all kind of people. So for me, I really didn't see color. I saw people first, but then when I went to the big bad world, then I was told about color.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you saw ignorance or heard it.
Yes, exactly. Well, both, right? Both. And I feel for me, even today, I feel like all of us have a lot more sameness than difference. You really sit down and think about it. We all want the same, like 5 or 6 things. And I'll tell you what they are.
Yeah, go for it.
We want food.
Yep.
We want good sex.
Yes.
We want nice drinks. So all of us want a job that we like. We all want love. You know what I mean? We want a place to live. We want to have time. It's like we all want the same things. I mean, basically.
And that's on a Monday.
And that's on a Monday.
If we're lucky, right?
If we're lucky.
But you know what I mean? It's like, the three of us here, we're probably all three different kinds of guys, but we basically probably like a lot of the same. We get along now, but I like some of the same things. I mean, I learned that early on. The office actually are the same. It's when other people put stuff on it.
Right.
Well, and then you just got to think outside the box a little bit and have some thoughts of your own.
Yeah.
Like you said, when I was growing up north, I didn't think about color or anything. We just all got along, and it was perfect. And when I moved to the South, it was a lot different. It was a lot different. Yeah. I moved to Georgia in the 80s, so.
Oh, yeah, then you totally know. It's funny because you're right. We're not born this way. It's like you just kind of come to the world.
Right,
everything is learned. With your kids, you want to play. I used to play baseball and soccer and everything. You just want to play everything. When you're on a team, you just want to play.
So the sun went down. So there were some issues with your father, right? You battled through some issues. You want to touch on that real quick?
Sure. I don't mind talking about that because my father's still alive. He's out there. We have no relationship. We kind of, we're Facebook friends.
Yeah.
It's hard being I'm James Lott Jr. So I chose professionally to go by that. I actually like my name. I have no problem with my name. And he goes by James Lott Sr. or Jim Lott. He goes by that.
Okay.
And, and I had a chance I was able to say that I forgive him a few years ago for everything that's gone down because I had to forgive him on some level to forgive myself too. I wanted a father so bad. And my father just wasn't able to be a father to me. And I didn't realize what that was. So for years, it was, part of it was his drinking at some points. There were women. Women. He was young. He was trying to, all these kids. He was trying to break free. Plus his career. He's very, very highly successful. And so he was busy doing that too. So when I was a kid, I didn't realize that a lot of it had nothing to do with me personally.
Yeah.
I just had collateral damage. But he did a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So me and my siblings were just not really being there for us and not being there and being abusive in many ways. And it wasn't good. But I had a chance to tell him I forgive him. And I had a chance to just realize he can't be a father to me. He just can't. Not even to this day. And I'm old now. So, I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. But I have younger siblings that he's raising that I hope that he is being a good father to them. But I think people, when you become an adult.
Right.
You start seeing your parents differently.
Yeah, you do.
Absolutely, yeah.
You do. I have my own kid.
They have flaws.
It's very different when you become an adult. When you're a man now, too. So now I saw him as a man also, not just my dad.
Yeah.
I go, okay, there's male things that go on that we all go through, but you too. I'm not saying I was a good father to my kids. I'll say that I was the total opposite. But I'm just saying it was kind of like I saw him more human.
Mm-hmm.
And go, okay, well, he made some bad choices, clearly.
Yeah.
But I get where they come from.
You don't always agree with it, but you understand.
And you learn from those things that your dad wasn't there for. And that's why you said, hey, I was a good dad. Because you learned that, hey, this is not how I want to be. And
I was the father I didn't have.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it, man.
I made sure. I was a father I didn't have. And that's was something that I was very conscious about from the very beginning. And I know you both are fathers. And I had two girls. I had no boys. I have
a daughter.
Which was, I want to pull my hair out, but it's another story. Girls are clever. They're very clever. So good luck to you guys.
I've got one. I got 4 boys and 1 girl.
Yeah, 4 boys. Wow.
Yeah. Well, 2 of them are older with my ex-wife, but here I've got 3 and a 7-year-old boy and a 9-year-old going on 30-year-old girl.
Well, the girls are something else.
She's getting her attitude.
Oh, mine is too.
And she's half Latina and half white. And man,
look, good.
I'm gonna get shanked and attitude.
Oh yeah. It's even more wonderful for you later too. More wonderful when she really possesses.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Hey James, I want to ask you too. I mean, you got out there into the real world. I mean, you obviously had a family. You had a successful business, right? You want to touch on that business before you kind of flip the script?
Well, the thing was, I did many things. I was a nurse. I did merchandising and did buying, I did retail food service, all the usual stuff that you do. And then I got into, this is the crazy, I'm looking at my degree over there, my wall.
Yeah.
I became a farm and insurance ag specialist. So I worked with
okay.
dogs and cranberry farms and all kinds of whatever.
Yeah.
No, I did that on purpose. No, there's all kinds of things I learned about agriculture, and I love agriculture. I have a garden in my house outside, and I love it. But I was successful for 10 years doing that. I was making like $300,000 a year, and I was doing San Francisco, and I was doing High on the Hog. But you know what? I wasn't happy. I was not happy.
It happens.
Was not my passion. It really wasn't. I was pushing papers after a while in a cubicle.
Yeah.
And I didn't
cubicle.
And I was in charge, but I didn't like it. I did not like
the biggest cubicle.
In a cubicle. My cubicle was decorated, but it was still a cubicle. But I didn't like it. And my soul not being fair, and a lot of things are not being fair. Not all money's good. Sorry, well, you want to make some money, but not all money is good money. And I said, I will take a huge cut to do something that I love. And at 40 years old, that's when I said, through all this, and literally my stomach hurt. My stomach was hurting for 8 months. I almost had an ulcer because I was unhappy with the stress of that whole business. But once I made the decision to change it, it went away. So trust your gut.
Yeah. Health is numero uno in life, as you well know.
It sure is.
And I'm sure there's some nerves and some different things that went through your mind when you took the plunge, though. I mean, you went through a lot of different ideas, but one really stuck out, right?
So what's funny is I did this during the recession. Everybody's like, you're a crazy talk. What's wrong? It's 2008. What's wrong with you? And I was like, I'm going to do it. Leave me alone.
What the hell?
Why have nothing to lose, right? I had a saving. So I said, I'm going to do it. And I came back to LA.
Yeah.
And I started out acting. I thought I was going to be a big-time actor. Then I was like, I hate acting. I hate waiting for people to tell me what to do. So I said, why don't I become a professional organizer? I'm totally different. I read a book.
Yeah. Well, you made a big list, right? You made a big list and you jotted some ideas down.
Yes.
There's a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. I tell everybody you should do this. I sat down. I got here, I'll show you right here. I got a pad of paper like this, regular old pad of paper. And I sat down and I wrote down all the jobs I ever had. Then I wrote down all the things I liked about each job. Not the negatives,
right.
The pros.
Yeah.
And I went down each one and I started seeing repeating things. I like being with people. I like organizing. I like filing. I like these hours. It all started coming clear to me. And I said to my aunt, and my Aunt Faith, who I love death, and who's in Pacifica, living her best life by the water. I said, Aunt, nice. She goes, there's a business in here. And I go, really? She goes, I can't tell you what it is. I see a business in here.
Yeah.
I can't tell you I don't know what the fuck's in there, but she's like, there's something in there.
But it's there.
And I was like, I believe it. I trust her. And I really thought about it. And then I started.
And I stared at it for a week.
I stared at it for probably 3 or 4 weeks. But then I was like, ooh, organizing. This book came in my hands, and I started reading. And I'm like, I went to work with people, be my own boss, the whole thing. And that's how the super organizer was born. I started, no one had the name. And I was like, there's the name. A big old black guy coming into your house to organize. The super organizer fit. And then I came in, and that's been a success ever since.
What is the shittiest place you had to go to organize it? I mean, there has to be somewhere that you went that was like, it looked like an explosion or something.
Well, I always share this one story that's like the great, get ready, hold on to your hats. Big Jim, hat. Here we go. I go to a place where they show me this living room.
Yeah.
Regular sized living room, covered with clothes on top.
Nice. Closet.
Okay. So you couldn't see the floor. Gee. So then I take the first layer up, and it's the clothes, and I get them off. There's a layer of papers.
Oh, wow.
Old bills, old work, whatever. I cleared that up. Underneath that, one of the oddest things I've ever found in my entire life
it's a treasure.
Was a dried bowl of cereal.
Oh.
Cookie Crisp.
Oh.
But it's like, okay, so gentlemen, I'm trying to, it's just like 12 years later.
I was a fireman, so I've been in some nasty places, so I get it. I get it.
But no, here's my question for you guys. Why would there be a bowl of cereal on the floor? There's a table over there. Like, why would it be on, were you on the floor eating it? You just got up and walked away. I'm trying to figure out why I got there.
It was for the cat.
He answered the door and never came back.
He answered the door. Maybe that's Jim. Maybe that's it.
Hey,
5 years ago.
It's magically delicious. I mean, what are you going to say?
It's like my daddy who went to the store to get cigarettes 3 years ago. Never came back.
Let the games begin! Let the games begin! Let the games begin!
Mr. Lott Jr., thanks for coming to your performance review.
Absolutely.
So you're in charge around here, is that fair to say?
I'm the boss. I'm the boss.
Okay. Take us through a day in the life of the boss.
Well, the first thing I do is join a padded room.
Like a boss!
Direct workflow.
Like a boss!
Micromanage.
Like a boss!
Hit on Deborah.
Like a boss!
Get rejected.
Like a boss?
Puke on Deborah's desk.
Like a boss!
Shit on Deborah's desk.
Like a boss!
Harassment lawsuit.
Like a boss!
Get the vodka.
Like a
Call a
boss?
sex line.
Oh, like a boss!
Cry deeply.
Like a boss?
Jump out the window.
Holy shit, like a boss!
Now I'm dead.
Like a boss?
So that's an average day for you then.
Right, that was fun, guys. That was awesome.
I'll try something different for you guys.
Absolutely, that was way different. That was fun. You did great.
That was fun, actually. It was a good time.
You think?
I was shitting on desks and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
You gotta love that. Hey, and you're a good sport,
Absolutely.
Thank you.
James.
I'm fearless.
And
I'll do anything. I'll try anything. I know shame. Try anything.
That's what my first wife. Never mind. Go ahead.
sorry, I'm trying to get to him, bro.
I love it.
Okay, I was just trying to get my mind focused back on track here.
Like a boss.
Like a boss. I was going to say that.
Like a boss.
Yes.
So, coming out of here, you've had other challenges in your life, and one that really just took a hold of you and set you back quite some time with the Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy. Okay. Now, how did this come about? You said you started getting back into better shape. Were you not in the best of shape right at that point in your life?
Yeah, no. So in 2018, I was starting to get myself together. I weighed the heaviest I ever did at the time. I was 310 pounds.
You said 2018, right?
2018.
So this is 10 years after you took the plunge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, I was living high on the. I mean, again, my career was soaring. I was in daytime Emmys as my own company. I used to go for other studios. That was my first year at JLJ Media. It was my first year at JLJ Media. My shows were doing amazing. I had fans. Everything was all this stuff. I had music out. I had albums out. I had books out. I mean, I was like living high on the hog. And then I weighed 310 pounds, and for me, that's the largest I ever been. And I'm 6 feet tall, so I'm kind of tall, so I wear it kind of well. But it was the first time I had been that heavy, and I had high blood pressure. And so it was just not working for me. And I noticed that a few days before it actually happened, my ear was hurting. My left ear had an earache that wouldn't go away. I take Advil, I drank it, some edibles, whatever I had to do. I tried it, and it was not going nowhere. I was like, why is it not happening?
Yeah. Like, that's not cool either. What a waste of money.
Exactly. Like, oh my gummies. Crazy. Anywho, no, but it wouldn't go away. And I remember I had on Sundays are my busiest days.
Yeah.
I covered the soap opera.
Yeah.
So I had 4 shows to do that night.
Oh wow. And
I remember I can't watch them right now. I can't watch them because I can see my mouth is doing weird things. And I'm doing, my ear was hurting. I had to wear headphones like this on sets. We're in a studio. I did 4 shows, got them done, got home, went to bed, woke up, and my mouth was not working.
No.
It's one of the scariest things I remember to my title. I remember going, so I got out of bed, and I went to the mirror. And I saw my face start to droop. So the earache was still there, but my mouth wasn't working, and my eye wasn't working. And I called my mother, and I somehow mumbled out, "I think something's wrong." And she said, "Go to the ER."
Yeah, I can't drive.
Thinking stroke at this time, huh?
Yeah, that's what we thought. We thought stroke.
Yeah.
We thought stroke. And I know as a nurse, Within the first 6-7 hours of stroke, you can kind of almost stop it, or you can kind of manage it. So I was like, I got in. I obviously couldn't drive, so I got in an Uber.
Yeah.
My brother was already at work already, so I got in an Uber, went to the nearest place, and they did testing for stroke and for Bell's palsy, which I had heard of before, but no one talks about.
Right.
And I've heard, you can get it for a few weeks, you're done. Like some folks do that. I had it for almost a year.
Oh, wow.
So, but I had to, when they told me I had Bell's palsy, there's nothing they can do about it. They give you a steroid, prednisone.
That put me in the hospital.
What?
That put me in the ER. They told me I was having a heart attack.
Okay, so prednisone, I'll talk about that in a second too. So you get prednisone and cyclovir. So you're taking whatever. And then, but other than that, it's like you just have to wait. They said your face will get worse over the next 4 or 5 days. Oh, that's great. And don't stress out. Bye.
Don't stress out.
Don't stress out, right? And so I'm stressed out. Anyway, my face got worse. My whole face was droopy. You can see it online. I have it posted everywhere. I actually documented my journey. But the prednisone, so Brad, you're supposed to be weaned off of it.
Yeah. You're not supposed to be on it for 5 months either.
Right. So I went from 60 to 40 to 20. They stopped me. So the day they stopped me, I felt like I was having a heart attack.
Panic city.
I was racing. I was sweating. My head was pounding.
And you probably gained about 15 pounds too on top of that because prednisone makes you gain weight.
Right. So I was like, ooh, if you don't take that, don't take it. But I had to whatever. I don't know what it did. But for 10 months, I had a severe case of Bell's palsy. To this day, I still have complications from it every once in a while. But some folks have it for years. And don't get me. I have a friend whose face is still droopy, and he had it 5 years ago. So it's like, so I tell people all the time, please take care of yourselves, watch that stress. If it happens to you, I did some holistic stuff. I did all kind of things, did a lot of rest. But for a year, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do any books, music, because I couldn't do sound. My eye was watering. I had to wear an eye patch. So I went away. I had a house in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, stayed there for like 4 months and recuperated. And I came back to LA and started slowly back. I wanted to kill myself. I completely thought my life was over because my whole career is my mouth.
Yeah.
Right.
And I thought, I can't sing. I can't do spoken word. I can't be a host. I can't pretend. Like, what am I going to do?
Yeah, you can't do anything that you're good at. So it took away the joy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took away the joy.
So it was horrible. I thought I would narrow. Those some dark times for me. And then my faith got me through, and I had a good therapist that got me through. Therapy is okay, folks. And they got me through. And it really, and so then the fans were wonderful. They were there for me, sent me gifts and things all the time, took care of me. And so it was great. It was a very hard thing in life.
I know you're involved in some audio dramas, and you were just on From the Closet. I listened to that episode with the guys over there, and they're great guys. Check them out as well. Yeah.
Yes.
But as far as these audio dramas are concerned, I got a quote. It says, in drama, the characters should determine the story. In a melodrama, the story determines the character. Is there any truth to that?
Oh, yeah, completely. I mean, here's the thing. So this audio drama thing is people ask me, what are they? I go, okay, so they're not quite an audiobook. Right. They're not quite a podcast, but they're also not visual. So I've been doing it for 8 months now, and I have 4 successful ones that are doing really well, and I have some more coming. And that's how I met Dave Moxley and Richard King from the club. They met through me because they're both castmates on a couple of my dramas. I write them and direct them and produce them, most of them. And what's funny is you have to write. The characters come first. They really do. They come first, and they drive the story. They really do. And then you have to add all these things later, these bells and whistles, I call them, because they can't see you. So the dialogue's very interesting because, we tell
it's like old-time radio.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's like old-time radio.
It is. No, completely. And I come from radio. I had a radio show, and I love radio. Yeah, so everything is all about identifying stuff. So that statement is very true. I feel like all my stuff comes from I think of a character first. When I thought of Santa, which is Dave Moxley's character on Closet series, I was like, Santa, I have Cupid for Cupid's Crossing. I thought of it was total characters first. And then it was like, what situation can I put them in? What dialogue can I give them? Hearing Dave Moxley say things like, "Come on, Carl," in a Santa voice makes me laugh every time. I mean,
he's funny as hell.
He is hilarious, but he's so talented. Like, it's not even no joke. He is so. I auditioned 20 Santas, you guys.
Oh,
from
wow.
the creepy to the creepy, and Dave was the first one who wasn't creepy. It was not easy, you guys. Santa was not easy.
Ho ho.
Yeah, exactly. One saint. I was like, I didn't ask for a song. Oh, he was singing his whole Santa song.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Hey, when a voiceover artist is auditioning for one of these audio dramas, what do they need to look out for as far as when you're looking at talent and you're looking to choose somebody? What makes somebody stand out, so to speak?
Enthusiasm, take direction well. When you tell them, can you say it this way, and they do it, or they try to do it, and you go, okay, well, they heard what I said because I'm directing you, or my other directors are directing you in a scene. We have to make sure you can take direction. Voices are whatever. You can have any kind of voice will place you somewhere, but if you stand out is that you have a pleasant attitude, no ego, you're enthusiastic. Sometimes you can do several voices. That's great. But even with that, I'm like, well, I can find folks who do several voices. I just have to make sure, can you work well with others? Because my shows, we act together. We come on Zoom.
Okay.
Like a studio set.
So
that's cool. People, you can't. Yeah, it's COVID safe. That's what we do it. All the studios in LA are closed, so we do it. We do it on Zoom. But no, I don't know. Sometimes personality. You just say personality. I've met some people who were really good, but their personality sucked.
Like, when you get auditions sent to you, though, you're listening to like lots of MP3s, right? I mean, you're listening to all these auditions. Now, is it good to do multiple takes for one character? I mean, you could do different styles or... I'm a person who likes to hear different things sometimes, but sometimes it's just the first few bars of somebody talking. I'm like, got it. Because they fit that character you designed. Yeah, right? I hear it. Usually I can hear somebody and go, they belong on this show I'm doing. Oh, they'd be good for this one. I'm at that point now. I've casted over 200 people at this point. I can kind of go, okay, well, actually more than that at this point. And I can go, okay, this person, her attitude, her voice could go for that show we're producing right now. Yeah.
I'm pretty good at placing them. But no, a lot of times you can even just one little take. I mean, I'm not asking for extraordinary, Meryl Streep acting, but my thing is if you can be molded, if you can be taught and directed, there's some folks who are very new in audio dramas who by episode 4 or 5 of that series are amazing. They're amazing. They put a performance on you like, where did that come from? Then I had a couple of girls who came on where I didn't even heavily audition them. I kind of like their look.
Yeah.
And I was like, sure, I'll hire you, sure, whatever. But then they came to the first people read. I'm like, oh my God, where did that come from?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It's a winner. I got to ask you something else, too. I got to pick your brain about this, too, because you got a pretty damn successful YouTube channel. And, there's a lot of voiceover artists that, they like to put out tons of, lots of content, stay in front. What's the best strategy when you're working with YouTube?
Consistency. I know there's an algorithm. It's all social media and everything. It's all about how frequent you do it. I've noticed. I don't know if I cracked the code on all of them, but most of them I find the more you put out, whether it's a 3-minute video or a 100-minute video, put something out. Keep putting it out. Keep putting it out. Using those hashtags, using, whatever, diversify, whatever. Or if you're a certain niche, I put out a show the other day for Falcon Crest. If you guys remember
I saw that. Yep, I saw that you posted that.
That was a hit for me. I had no idea anybody gave a shit about Falcon Crest in 2001, 2021, or whatever year we're in.
Falcon
Crest. They won it. So I was like, so there's something, sometimes if you're super niche, that works, or broad, that works. It's just that keep putting out content. It's a lot of work. But the thing is, you want people to always just assume you have new product out.
And I have to believe
to get used to you.
You have to believe.
They go to your page to see what's going on. It's part of their day. It's like reading the paper. Like in the old days, reading the paper.
It's like your friend.
Right.
I watch Boogie. I forget the last part of it, but he's a gamer, and he's been doing YouTube since 2008. So you feel like that's your friend, even though you don't talk to the person at all. You just, hey, that's somebody I look forward to checking out. So
I'm a Star Wars nerd. So
there you go.
I have a friend,
Mandalorian.
Maddie, and I love my Star Wars. Luke, I'm your father, that whole thing, my voice. But no,
yeah, you have a video about Luke, right? You just
I do. I do Star Wars stuff too because I have Star Wars.
Yeah.
Together we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
Thank you. Exactly. Big Jim. Exactly.
Spaceballs.
I love Spaceballs. Go in the desert. We ain't found shit.
Yeah.
Your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Yes, exactly. I love me some
Pizza the Hut.
Yes, I love it. No, but Star Wars. No, but he does. His niche is doing very obscure Star Wars stuff. Like he'll talk about every day. He'll talk about Star Wars. Was it fighter jets that were in a certain movie? I'm like, it's fascinating. But he does it every day. I look for minor characters and like Jar Jar Binks. Whatever. I watch it every single day to see what he's talking about. I mean, it's just like my habit.
Yeah.
So Craig, you want to create a habit for people that they just go, JLJ Media always coming out. And
they get
I
addicted.
Start from scratch. I mean, I had my biggest week ever. I had 6,000 views in 1 week.
Oh, wow.
That's starting from scratch. I never had that in 1 week of my product.
That's going to make you damn proud. Yeah.
Well, no, it does, but it's also just kind of like, okay, so it can grow. I mean, you can, if you just keep doing it, at some point, something's going to hit. And you never know what's going to be.
And you got to believe, too, that the more you do something, repetition, it becomes like brushing your teeth. You get better and better. You can do it. You just get better. And, more people hopefully will, tag along. Just like this podcast. We've gotten better and better and better, and it's just going to work like a machine.
Yeah, and actually, I want to give a shout out to India. We got over 1,000 downloads in India. I don't know anybody in India, but you go, India.
I'm big in Indonesia.
There you go.
For some reason, my Darth Vader's Your Father podcast, it was like in the top 10 of all podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm like, sure, okay. Sure. I'll take it. Sure. So
who cares, right?
The thing is, we're so international now, too, that it's kind of like, you never know who's going to like your stuff. And so you cater to them. It's just for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, it's been a pleasure meeting you, my friend.
Same here, you guys.
I really enjoyed this. I was looking forward to it.
It goes quick, man. It really does.
It does. So thank you.
Appreciate that. You want to make any shout outs? Do you want to plug your social media? Have at it.
Yeah, everybody makes fun of me because I am the original plugger. Okay, follow me on JLJ Media, which is my online network, which I have everything from soap operas to Star Wars to insurance to health and everything on there. That's JLJ Media on YouTube, and we have audio versions of everything. So go to anywhere where audio streaming platforms. I'm talking iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, Google, Deezer, all of them. I am there. Castbox, I am there. So just look for JLJ Media, and you'll find all of my shows. Over 35 shows a week that I put out from me and other people. So my network is great. If you want to join my network, just give me a shout out and see what's going on and what you have to offer. Otherwise, follow me where all James Lott Jr.'s are sold at James Lott Jr. on all social media platforms, including TikTok. I have 3 million views on TikTok. I don't know why. I'm an old guy on there, and they like what I'm putting out there. So,
Jim, can you follow that up there?
Oh, really? I got to follow that one up, huh?
Come on, Big Jim, you can do it.
Well, wait. There's more. BigJimMedia.com, or you can follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, I think Twitter, at Big Jim Media. And how about you, Brad? Let's see if you can do it better.
BradStormVO.com is the website. BradStormVO, Twitter, Instagram, BradStorm Voiceover on Facebook, BradStorm Lanou on LinkedIn, and BradStorm on YouTube. You can check out VO's Padded Room on YouTube as well, along with Apple Podcast, Captivate, Spotify, Stitcher, and whatever the rest are. You can give us a 5-star rating if you want. You can give us a review, like, subscribe, and share with the world. Oh, yeah.
And thank you, India.
Oh, wait a minute, real quick, too. And next time we have you on, James, I got to talk to you about that book, The Pill, Part 1, 2, and 3. This is a trilogy. I want to talk about it next time.
And remember, when your day gets long and shit gets real, you gotta
punch every day in the face!
Yeah! Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.